Hi, welcome to Anthro Insights. Today I'm going to about Gen Z and how to engage them beyond 8 seconds. Now, I'm a Canadian, so going with Z as opposed to Gen Z, which I know my friends below the 49th parallel would think it would be, but Gen Z it is. Let's begin. Gen Z myths debunked, engaging the TikTok generation beyond 8 seconds. Stereotypes about Gen Z abound. And for those of us in Gen Y, millennials, and older, it's not always clear what's true and what isn't. Gen Z is the TikTok generation. Born between 1997 and 2012, they grew up with the internet, have had smartphones in their hands since they were children. There's some facts that we know to be true about this generation. Gen Z love video. 74% use TikTok as a search platform, and 51% prefer TikTok for search over Google. Gen Z love YouTube, not just TikTok. 75% of them use YouTube at least once a day, and only 2% do not use YouTube at least once a month. Gen Z loves short-form content. YouTube videos between 7 to 11 minutes in length perform best, and 21 to 34 seconds is the optimal length of a TikTok video. So you can see how everyone easily believed it when fake data was published saying that human attention spans have reduced so much, thanks to social media, that they now last just 8 seconds, less than that of a goldfish. Where did this myth come about? Is there any truth to this general idea of fleeting attention spans getting worse as a result of TikTok and social media? How do we get Gen Z's attention? And what does this all mean for HR, particularly for those in the early careers space? Let's dig into it. Busting the myth, the truth behind the 8-second attention span. In 2015, this new statistic about 8-second attention spans took the internet by storm. Reputable organizations like Time, The Independent, and the New York Times quoted it. The NBA even considered shortening their games to keep audiences engaged. At the time, the statistic was said to have come from Microsoft's advertising department. The department had indeed conducted a survey of 1,200 Canadians about their internet habits. But the infamous statistic wasn't actually born from this study. Instead, an employee at Microsoft Ads had plucked it from a website known as Statistics Brain. It's a site trying to seem like an academic resource, but really it was just trying to get clicks for SEO. Now, a BBC journalist was one of many who simply did not believe it. And they posted an article that challenged Statistics Brain to substantiate its claim. Turns out, Statistics Brain cited 2 sources for the 8-second claim. One was an analytics report from 2008 about 25 people who quickly left websites they didn't like. There was no data at all to justify the 8-second number. And the other source was simply false. So we all have attention spans much longer than 8 seconds. Phew. But surely social media has changed the game in some ways, right? Understanding the addictive nature of social media and its impact on Gen Z. One of the things about social media is that while the content is offered in short, bite-sized pieces, the way we consume it makes it addictive. The apps are designed to keep us there, and they're good at it. 58% of Gen Zers spend 4 or more hours on social media per day. By the way, of the rest of the adult population, that number's only at 18%. Social media is not just fun, it's scientifically addictive. Every funny video or cool post we see gives us a little burst of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward in the brain. It's like getting a mini reward every few seconds, and who doesn't love rewards? So we enter a cycle of reward-seeking behavior and continuously scroll to see what might come next. Since there's a never-ending stream of content, it's difficult for us to disengage, and since our brains quickly get accustomed to the dopamine levels we're at, we develop a growing dependency on the dopamine hits that social media platforms provide. The science behind capturing attention, triggering our happiness hormones. So how do you grab someone's attention in a world full of endless scrolls and dopamine hits? Let's say you have a new Gen Z hire whose attention you really want to capture, or a Gen Z employee who you want to integrate into the company's culture without using TikTok. Well, you mix it up by triggering not just dopamine, but also other hormones and neurotransmitters like oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. Each of these plays a unique role in triggering emotions and hence driving behaviors. Let's go through each of them one by one. Start with dopamine. Dopamine is triggered by the anticipation of a reward. Dopamine can be stimulated by setting and achieving new goals or engaging in novel activities that challenge the brain. Serotonin is associated with a sense of pride and status. Serotonin can be increased by social recognition and engaging in activities that foster a sense of accomplishment and confidence. Oxytocin gets released through social bonding. Oxytocin can be stimulated by building trust in relationships through acts of kindness, giving or receiving support, and positive physical content. Finally, endorphins. Acting as natural pain relief, endorphins can be boosted by activities that cause laughter or that involve physical exertion, which can help in coping with physical discomfort. The neurochemical magic of storytelling. How narratives trigger happiness hormones. Storytelling is one of the most effective ways to capture and hold our attention. A story releases dopamine when it piques your attention with a hook, suspense, or a twist. Stories and messages that are vulnerable and honest trigger oxytocin, which helps the audience to empathize with the characters. And the emotional moments that lead to laughter and tears produce endorphins. Storytelling activates so many different parts of our brain that when we hear a good story, we experience a state of immersion, where we're so captivated that we forget our surroundings. In fact, stories are so addictive that 73% of people have binge-watched a TV show, meaning they've watched 5 hours or more of long-form content in a single sitting. And in the US and the UK, book sales have soared, with young adult fiction experiencing a 30.7% increase in the US. So Gen Z does read and watch regular TV. The key to capturing and maintaining attention in today's fast-paced digital world isn't about catering to supposedly short attention spans. It's about understanding what truly engages us. Storytelling, deep dives into interesting topics, and content that resonates on a personal level. Practical insights, actionable HR strategies for engaging Gen Z. So what does this all mean for HR? Well, the key to engaging today's workforce, especially the younger generation, lies in understanding and leveraging the dynamics of social media engagement by tapping into the power of hormones like dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins, and by employing tactics like storytelling and unexpected rewards. HR can create a more engaging, fulfilling, and ultimately productive workplace. Here are some ideas of how. Idea 1. Personalized video greetings for new hires. Creating personalized video messages for new employees can be a powerful way to trigger a dopamine rush, providing a sense of excitement and reward. Including a video of their boss personally acknowledging a new employee's potential is a powerful serotonin boost. Incorporating storytelling in these videos, such as sharing the company's history, values, or messages from team members, can make the experience more engaging and memorable, fostering a sense of belonging and connection. Idea 2. Team building activities and social events. Organizing team building activities or social events can stimulate oxytocin, which is associated with bonding and social connections. Storytelling can be integrated here by having team members share personal stories or experiences that align with their company values, or by creating narrative-based team challenges that require collaboration and communication. Idea 3. Recognition programs for employee achievements. Implementing recognition programs that celebrate employee milestones, achievements, or contributions can boost serotonin levels, which are often linked to feelings of well-being and satisfaction at work. Storytelling can be used to highlight the journey of the employees, their impact on the company, and how their work aligns with the broader goals and visions of the organization. This approach not only acknowledges their achievements, but also strengthens their emotional connection to the company and its mission. So, These are all strategies that create excitement with unexpected rewards. The unexpected gift triggers a dopamine rush that captures attention. Feeling an increasing connection with team members releases oxytocin. The reminder of how awesome the company and their colleagues think they are releases serotonin, and the emotions they feel triggers endorphins. Whew, lots of big words. Storytelling triggers all the hormones. This is why at Storytelling we're bullish on our personalized video product as the best way to engage Gen Z, especially in that long period between job offer and their first day on the job. When a new employee receives a personalized video, maybe about the company, its values, or a welcome message from their team, it's more than just information. It's an experience. It's engaging, memorable, and it creates a sense of belonging. And it proves that our attention span is much longer than 8 seconds.